When was the last time you actually thought about the material of clothing you were wearing? When was the last time you asked for the glass jar instead of the plastic cup? Because, the glass jar is better for me. Because most people watching would say never. Now, most people clicked off, it's like, this guy's boring, and can't pay attention for, attention span sucks, can't pay attention for 10 seconds. You don't realize this, and I can't stress this enough, but this is very important. I want to get this message out there because this is just there's no one else it's hard to find someone else talking about this like this. But this is very important. The modern inventions are literally killing your bloodline. They're killing your ability to have children. Now, if you're watching this, you're probably around my age, so it might seem like it doesn't matter, I don't really, why would I want children anyway? It's kind of far into the future, they cost money, right? I don't really, aren't they, loud and hard to deal with, and, I don't really want children anyway, and, that's far into the future, I don't really have to worry about it right now. You don't realize this, but this is not, first of all, this isn't as far in the future as you think. Our ancestors were having children at 19, 20 years old. And also, to reproduce, to pass on the bloodline, is literally the purpose. If you think about it, it's literally the purpose of life. The purpose of any life form on Earth is to pass on the bloodline. Now, I always think of this story. It's the story of this fly. This fly, it's called a mayfly. This mayfly only lives for 24 hours. What do you think it's doing? Do you think it's playing an hour of video games? Fucking. Do you think it's wasting time? It can only do one thing in its life. It can't be wasting time messing around with shit. What is the one thing it's doing? It needs to pass in the bloodline so it doesn't go extinct. So it's just its entire purpose of that's all it does is just reproduce and pass on the bloodline. That's its entire purpose of life. They're not waiting, I can wait till I'm 40 years old. Yeah, because they live one day, they can't wait. That is their purpose of life. It is that, literally, if you think about it, there's no other purpose of life forms on Earth other than to make sure that life form doesn't go extinct, so they have to reproduce. If it's just, it's primal, it's common sense, you don't think about it, but it's common sense. The point of life is to pass on the bloodline and reproduce so that life form doesn't go extinct. That is the purpose of life. And these modern day inventions, modern day chemicals, to make our lives a little easier, is literally killing our chances of completing our purpose. Just to make our life a little bit easier. Everyone these days just wants everything easy, everything to be comfortable. I just want comfort and ease. No one wants it the hard way. No one wants to do hard work for extended period of time. No one wants to experience pain. They just want the comfort, the pleasure, the easy way. It's modern day chemicals just making shit easier, because that's the most important thing. Just make everything easier. And they're ruining your chances of having children, which is literally the purpose of your life. And most likely, if you're watching this, you're probably like me, and you probably want children at some point in your life. If you're anything like me, you want children in your life at some point. So, I would advise you to make sure you fully comprehend this video. Maybe even take notes on it so you can remember exactly what. Because this is very important, and these things are ruining your health just in general. Like, they're not just fucking things you can I was just thinking, like, those of you who are watching this that are, like, using the cope, like, oh, I'm still young, like, it's, far into the future, I don't really have to worry about it. Oh, I'm still young, like, I don't have to worry about it, like, it's not that, it's kind of far into the future, like, I don't have to worry about that, like, I don't really want you to, like, the fuck up. Still young. Grow up, man. You can't face the reality that you're gonna be going off into the wilderness at 18 years old, and you're not gonna know what to do, and you're gonna have bad health. You're not gonna be able to have children, and what a tragic, like, so many people. It's just like I can't stress this enough, dude. It's not as far as you think. So you're gonna have to start waking up and growing up and realizing that you're going into the world in a few years' time. And you can't just, like, be like, oh, it's fine, I'll just wait a little bit. So wait until you're 30, 40 years old. Again, like I said, our ancestors were having children when they were, like, young. 19, 20 years old, 21, maybe. They were having children because they knew something we don't. They knew that how important it was. They knew it was the purpose of their life, that you have to reproduce or you're going to go extinct. It's primal. It's primal brain, like, common sense shit. Yet we don't worry about it. And we invent these modern chemicals that are ruining our health. And then we just say, oh, it's fine, it doesn't matter that much. Everything in moderation. Fuck. So you're gonna have to start waking up and grow. I mean, you don't have to listen to me, but you're gonna realize that when you can't have children, you're gonna be like, oh shit, I probably should have listened to this guy. Probably should have listened to Max back then. And it's not just like your fertility. It's not just that. It's your overall health. It's your testosterone. Your testosterone is gonna your child's testosterone is gonna be infinite. Is gonna be like 25% less, like, forever. It's gonna be 25%, like, I don't know, something like that. But it's gonna be permanently lower. Your child's testosterone is going to be permanently lower the more you expose yourself to these modern chemicals. So don't listen to, like, the ads and stupid shit. Just listen to me, because, like, honestly, just stop trusting your brain. Like, I know I sound like an asshole, but, like, stop trusting your brain. Like, your brain got you to where you are. Your brain told you to play video games. Your brain told you, like, to do the bad habits. So can you really listen to your brain? Your brain told you to do the junk food, eat the junk food. Your brain told you, oh, it's fine, everything in moderation. Can you listen to your brain anymore? Can you even listen to your brain? If your brain has got you into a bad position, can you really listen to your brain? Or should you start listening to other people that are wiser than you? Okay, so the problem of the world right now, it's not global warming or, like, wars or, like, even overpopulation. Now, sure, these are like global warming or whatever is a problem, sure, but it's not nearly as important as population collapse. Everyone's saying, overpopulation, like we're going to overpopulate the earth, like, there's going to be too many people by 2050, there's going to be, like, too many people, like, we need to stop having children, guys, because there's overpopulation. All the smart people are not taught. Have you heard one, like, genuinely, like, smart person on the internet talking about overpopulation? Or is it all the dumbass people just listen to, like, the common advice? Dude, overpopulation. Dude, everyone in the world can, like, fit into, like, one U.S. state comfortably. Like, we're not overpopulating the world. Have you ever seen Antarctica? There's no one lives there. It's, like, huge continent. Yeah, sure, it's cold, but, like, dude, we don't have to worry about overpopulation. Our fertility is slowly dropping. And the more this keeps dropping, eventually it will start to approach zero. And population collapses. It's a real thing. It's not some fake shit. And I think we're going to start seeing a major drop in the population. There was a study done in, it was like 2015 or something like that. There was a study done. And they took, like, a bunch of fish and put them in a tank that was contaminated with BPAs, like this chemical. It's called bisphenol A. Anyway, they put them in this tank with high concentration of BPA for, like, 7 days or something like that. After 7 days, they put them in a clean water tank. Completely clean water. No contaminants. Just after 7 days, and you want to know the result? These fish their fertility dropped significantly by 30% for 7 days. And you want to know the funny thing? The next generation, when these fish had children, that generation of children, they had even less fertility. And then when they had children, they had even less. And then when they had children, it was close to zero. Instead of 1 in 5 fish having infertility at the first generation, instead in the third generation, it was 1 in 5 had fertility. Or it was something like that, metrics or something. But, I mean, you can look it up, like, Japanese fish BPA study. But, anyway, your children are going to have lower testosterone. They're going to have lower fertility. They're not going to be able to have children, not be able to pass in the bloodline. And you don't realize this, but we are this first stage of fish. The world, just the whole entire world today is this first generation of fish. 1 in 5 people is infertile. Pretty soon, this number will start rising to 2 or 3 per 5 people. and then 4. The problem is not overpopulation, it's population collapse. This is what all the smart people are talking about. I think we should stop listening to our brains that said, oh, overpopulation, and start listening to people that are smarter than us. All the smart guys are talking about population collapse. So I want to make this video actionable. This is a long intro. I want to make this actually like very actionable. There's 4, like, I want to make this super simple. You can just watch this and take action right after this video. You know, you'll have like a perfect plan of action. Let's go. There are 4 things that you can change. 4 main like topics you can change in your life, and you will be the best off you can be. Pretty much the best off you can be. So, there are 4 main things to worry about. Also, at the end of this video, there will be a, like, questionnaire where it's like a game. You can, it'll be very, like, you know, you can skip ahead to it if you're a bitch, but anyway, it's like a game. And it's like you can, it's hard to explain, but it's like at the end of this video there will be a like questionnaire where you can fill out like the questions, like yes or no, like do you have this, and the lower your score, like the better. And you can skip ahead to it if you're a bitch, but you know, go ahead, but you're a bitch. So you really need to know why. I mean, I just can't stress this enough. Like, it's so goddamn important. So stop skipping ahead. Don't skip ahead to the end of the video just to see like exactly what you can do. You need to learn why. So just take an hour out of your day and really just focus in on this. Stop making your mind go to a bunch of other places. Focus in on this and really listen. Okay. So the first topic is diet. Diet might be one of the biggest factors of your life, of your health. One of the biggest factors of health in your life is your diet. What you're eating can determine how long you're gonna live. It can determine so many things, and especially your fertility and your testosterone is majorly impacted by what you're eating. So make sure you listen in on this one. The number one way to increase testosterone and fertility with diet is by eating the proper human diet that we have been eating for thousands of generations. So, if you think about it, if you think of like a horse or a cow or a chicken, like for example, horses and cows, they eat grass, right? They eat grass. They eat the grass. Simple. Now imagine a horse or a cow going all, like stop not eating grass but eating something they weren't genetically like they weren't adapted to eat. They become unhealthy. As soon as a cow starts eating grain, they become more unhealthy. They can become fatter. A cow starts eating off of its diet and it becomes unhealthy. Same thing with a horse. A horse especially. A horse can't throw up. Their digestive system is one way. So if they eat anything other than what they're biologically supposed to eat, they're like fucked. They can't throw it up, so they have to like pass all that shit through. if you think about it, there are certain animals that have every animal has a biological, like, thing that they're supposed to eat. Like lions, they're supposed to eat like animals. They're supposed to eat meat. They're carnivores. Right? Simple. And we're no different. We're no different from these animals. We have a specific diet that we've been eating since the beginning of time. Since the beginning of our existence. For a long time anyway. And now there's all these modern foods like trying to change it up, like just like how cows are starting to eat more grain. Now we're starting to eat more like other shit we're not supposed to. So what have we been eating for thousands and thousands and thousands of years? Well, we can look at one of the few hunter-gatherer tribes left on Earth. There's few of them, but there's one in specific that I know a decent amount about. And they're called the Hadza. This tribe, you want to know what they eat? Well, first of all, actually, they have existed for tens of thousands of years. They're not like some new like thing. They have been there for a while. And they're eating the proper human diet. They're eating what humans would naturally eat. A cow naturally eats grass. Humans naturally eat meat. They eat the whole animal, nose to tail, meat. They hunted. Major emphasis on hunting. And they ate. The only part of the plant that they ate was the fruit. They didn't go ahead and bother with the leaves. The leaves tasted bad. They didn't look appetizing. They're green. They're weird. The fruit is like the berries are like red and they're sweet and nice. The plant wants you to eat the fruit. Simple as that. The plant wants you to eat the fruit. So that's what humans naturally eat. The fruit. Because we don't have a digestive system that's meant to that's biologically meant to digest plant like fiber. Plant like leaves and stems and roots and stuff. Plants specifically have fruit because they want to pass on their seed. So they want you to eat the fruit and then spit out the seed on the ground and, they make the fruit sweet and colorful because they want you to eat the fruit. And we are able to digest the fruit. We would pick berries on a bush. That's what humans would naturally do. If you look at this Hadza tribe, they went and gathered. They didn't gather for leaves and stems and vegetables. They went and gathered for fruit. And they also, if you look at any hunter-gatherer tribe, especially the Hadza, they prize honey like it's God. They prize honey. Like that's their favorite food is honey. Both men and women liked honey as their favorite food. And then men had like meat next and women had like berries next. Honey is prized. And they search for honey. They crave honey. They go look for honey. And I can't blame them. I mean, it tastes fucking delicious. But this is what humans would naturally eat. This hunter-gatherer tribe eat what humans would naturally eat. And that is nose to tail. They don't just eat all the tender cuts. They also eat the tough cuts. They eat nose to tail. Eat all the organs. They prize the liver. They prize the organs. They eat the organs first. And then they eat the muscle meat. Fruit and honey. Now I could talk more about this, but I'll actually just after you watch this video, there's this guy's channel and It's Paul Saladino. You might even know him. Anyway, he's good at talking about this stuff. I can't remember shit, so just go look at him after this video. He talks a lot about this diet. Anyway, this is what humans would naturally and biologically are meant to eat. Nose to tail animals. They gather for fruit. They prize the honey. They love the honey. They eat the whole... They don't, like, scoop out the liquid honey stuff. They eat the whole comb with, like, the larva and shit in it. They love honey, they love fruit, and they love nose-to-tail meat. Nose-to-tail animals. That is what humans are biologically. What we would naturally eat in the wild. We would hunt for animals, eat the whole thing. Wouldn't, like, waste some shit. And we would gather fruit and look for honey. So, there are some specific foods you can include and some specific foods you want to get out of your diet. So I'll start with the specific foods you want to start including. And the number one, actually not the number one, but the number one food that you probably would like be sane to eat would be eggs. Eggs are literally like one of the best foods for testosterone and fertility, especially testosterone. Eggs are insane for testosterone. The amount of cholesterol that's in them. Cholesterol is the backbone of testosterone. So when you eat more cholesterol, you're going to make more testosterone. Now, a lot of people talk about, oh, you should eat like less cholesterol. You stop eating animal like products. We have been eating animals for hundreds of thousands of years. So why would they be bad for us all of a sudden? We've actually realized that cholesterol is very good for us. It's very good for our testosterone, especially. Because cholesterol is the backbone of testosterone. So the more cholesterol you eat, the more testosterone you're going to make, because there's going to be more cholesterol to make testosterone out of. So eggs have very high cholesterol. That is a great thing for it. They're high in omega-3s, especially pasture-raised eggs. You want to get pasture-raised eggs. You don't want to get the conventionally raised eggs. Get the pasture-raised eggs because those are high in omega-3s. The chickens have the right diet. Get the pasture-raised eggs because those are high in omega-3s, which are found to be good for testosterone. They're high in, protein and a bunch of other things, but the thing is cholesterol. They have a shit ton of cholesterol, eggs, in the yolk. So egg yolks are great for testosterone. They have the perfect amount of cholesterol, and I eat 4 eggs a day. I eat 4 eggs a day, every single day. And I sometimes I miss it, but I try to eat 4 eggs a day, every single day. So just take action on this. Start eating 4 eggs a day for the rest of your life. Every day. Try to. Because eggs are insane for testosterone. At least 4. If you have the money to get more, then get more. But at least 4. Fatty red meat is a great one for testosterone. The fat is very good for testosterone. The saturated fat inside, it's very very stable fat, and there's just certain things in there. There's like zinc and fucking. I just remember that red meat is good for testosterone. Like, don't listen to the. I can't stay, like, because so many people say, like, oh yeah, stop eating red meat. It's like the worst food for you. Fucking start eating more red meat. Like, yeah, fucking go say in the comments, like some stupid shit about me. Like, go like some old man that's watching this for whatever reason and be like, oh no, like actually it's saturated. Shut the fuck up. Red meat, fatty red meat is good for you. It is good for your testosterone. It's high in zinc, high in saturated fat, which is good. Saturated fat is good. I can fucking talk about this for an hour, but I'm gonna spare you some time. And the actual number one food you can eat for testosterone, it's not eggs. I used to think it was eggs, but it's not eggs. And this is fucking disgusting. But I don't even know. But if you can bear it, eating. Fuck. Should I even say this? If you can bear it. Oh, it sounds gay though. But it's not gay because it raises your testosterone. It's not gay. Eating like bull testicles is actually like, if you can bear it, if you can, like, fuck, I don't even know if I should give you this advice because like I'm not doing it. I'm not even doing it. But there's actually this guy Paul Saladino I mentioned. He sells like his company Heart and Soil. He sells like supplements, like organ supplements. He sells one with testicle in it. Testicle has naturally occurring androgens like testosterone and stuff. Just if you can bear it, definitely do that because that's just, it's like it literally has like naturally occurring bioavailable testosterone in it, which makes sense. Like if you eat an organ, that organ has the right things in it for that organ. That organ has the stuff that organ needs in it, right? Because that animal needed stuff for that organ. So that in that organ is the things that organ needs. So then when you eat it, you'll get those things that organ needs. And then you'll have that organ will be better in your body. So if you eat testicles, your testicles will be better. It's fucking weird, but if you can somehow bear it, then by all means go ahead, because they're very good for you. I'm not telling you, you don't have to, but definitely do 4 eggs a day though. You fucking have to do that. Alright. These are the things you want to get the fuck out of your diet. You definitely, the number one thing you should get out of your diet is, well, I guess it's not the number one. Well, I mean, I guess it's in this category. Seed oils. You want to get seed oils out of your diet. Anything that's like grapeseed oil, canola oil, safflower oil, sunflower oil. Any of these like dumbass oils, like even nut oil, like peanut oil. Nuts are seeds. Anything that comes from a seed that is oil, you don't want to have that. High in unsaturated fats. You don't want things that are super high in unsaturated fats. You know, everyone says, oh, unsaturated, heart healthy, unsaturated. Shut the fuck up. Unsaturated fat. You don't want too many of these. You don't want too much of this. Now, yeah, like animal fat is like 50% saturated, 50% monounsaturated. Polyunsaturated, you want the least amount of polyunsaturated fat as you can. You know, there's plenty of polyunsaturated fats in like meat that you can get from it. Don't limit your consumption of polyunsaturates, or don't consume like things that are very high in polyunsaturated fat. Monounsaturated fat, animal fat is about 50% saturated, 50% anyway, this is like fucking complicated for you. You don't want to have too much unsaturated fats, and seed oils are high in unsaturated fats, especially polyunsaturated fat is bad for you. Anyway, stop consuming seed oils. They're very bad for you. Very high in linoleic acid. And it's the linoleic acid mainly, and they're very highly oxidized. They're not very stable. So just stop eating. Again, this guy Paul Saladino, he talks about it plenty. I'll probably make a video about seed oils, but in the future. But for now, just go check him out. He talks a shit ton about seed oils. Stop getting seed oils in your diet. Lower your linoleic acid intake. And yeah, you could go watch him. I'll make a video on linoleic acid or whatever. But anyway, stop consuming seed oils. They're highly processed. They're just fucked up for you, alright? Soy and flaxseed. So, soy and flaxseed are the two foods highest in these things called phytoestrogen. So, phyto means plant, and estrogen is like estrogen. So, the more phytoestrogens you consume, the more that it acts like estrogen in your body. So, you're going to have like higher estrogen when you consume phytoestrogens. So, you're going to have lower testosterone, higher estrogen. Going to be basically more femme. So, lower your consumption of foods high in phytoestrogen. So these are things like soy, flaxseed, even mint, like actual real mint leaves are high in phytoestrogens. So soybeans, flaxseed. You know, a lot of people say flaxseed is good for you. Omega-3, like shut the fuck up. Flaxseed is high in phytoestrogens. Stop eating flaxseed. Soy as well. If it's unfermented soy, I mean, so humans didn't eat this shit anyway. Humans weren't eating fucking beans, but especially don't eat soy, flaxseed, or mint. Soy and flaxseed are very high in phytoestrogens. And mint is another one. So unfermented soy, so things like soy sauce and natto or whatever, those are fermented soy, which aren't as bad. But unfermented soy has very high in phytoestrogens. But in general, you shouldn't be eating soy. Like, why are you eating beans? Like, humans didn't eat beans for their entire existence until, like, a couple thousand years ago. Or even less than that, maybe. I don't even know, but they weren't appetizing. Beans aren't, like, fucking appetizing. Like, they don't, like, when they're on the plant, they don't look like something you would eat. You'd eat the fruit. You wouldn't eat the bean. Or the seed. You wouldn't eat the seed. You would eat the fruit. Right? So, get seed oils out of your diet, alright? Get soy and flaxseed out of your diet. Try and limit your mint intake. I mean, shouldn't be eating this shit anyway, but, and honestly, if there's one thing you're gonna get away from this section, if there's one thing you simply should get away from this section, it's not, do the meat, fruit, honey diet. If there is one thing you'll get away from diet, is just stop eating fucking like McDonald's and processed shit. Stop eating like fast food. Stop eating like foods with more than 5 ingredients. Like, if you even think, like, cheese, maybe. Is cheese even 5? Like, cheese is like, what? So there's, cheese might be the only thing you should be consuming that's like higher than 5 ingredients. Is cheese even, like, milk, rennet, culture, salt? That's 4 already. Calcium chloride. Even cheese is just 5 ingredients. Anything more than 5 ingredients, like, most likely is not great. Unless it's like, you know the ingredients are good. Just stop eating processed food with more than 5 ingredients. Stop going to fast food fucking chains and shit. Just start eating some real food. If you're gonna get anything away from this, start eating real whole foods. Alright? If you're gonna get one thing away from this section, you don't have to do all this, like, weird diet shit. You don't have to go on an insane, like, diet or anything. Just eat real food. If you're gonna get anything away from this, just eat real food. If you're gonna get one thing away from this, just eat real whole foods. Simple as that. Go on the diet if you're like, have the privilege to do that. But if you don't, just eat real food. Simple as that. So, that's diet. You want to get those things out of your diet, add those things in. Just eat the proper human diet and you'll be good off. Start eating 4 eggs a day. Stop eating seed oils and soy and flaxseed. Start eating eggs, maybe testicle if you feel if that's even like fucking legal, like anyway. I know it's legal, but it's just weird. Sounds gay, but it's not. Anyway, So this next section is maybe the most difficult section in this entire, thing. It is the most difficult section. Plastic is ruining your health. It's one of the most difficult sections, but it's also one of the most prevalent. Plastic is everywhere. Look around your room. Fucking plastic everywhere. It's like plastic, plastic, plastic. Yeah, it's also infertility, gynecomastia, like fucking man boobs. Feminine energy, fucking... Fucking plastic everywhere. This is plastic. Alarm clock. Fucking plastic jacket, man. Maybe I should take this. I'm gonna take this off. I got a cotton shirt on. I got cotton shorts on. I don't have cotton socks on, but I'm working on that. Okay, wait. This is really annoying. Get out of here, you little jacket. Okay, took that off. Alright, now I'm wearing cotton clothing. Let's go. Okay. So, plastic on your clothing. Your clothing is most likely plastic. Polyester is plastic. Polyester is plastic. Nylon, elastane, fucking... all that shit's plastic. Spandex, these chemical names. They're all plastic. So what's wrong with plastic? Why is plastic so bad? Why are you just all of a sudden demonizing plastic? I've never heard plastic demonized. What plastic? Fucking plastic's everywhere. What are you talking about? How am I supposed to get rid of plastic in my life? I'm not gonna name off all the chemicals in plastic because I don't fucking know. There's a million chemicals in plastic, but there's some main ones. I don't know. They all have fucking long names and just chemical shit. But there's a few I can actually read and I actually remember. So also know that there's no one type. There's no this type of plastic is bad and this type is fine. No, all plastic is bad. Okay, simple as that. All plastic is bad. So why I'm making these bold claims oh, plastic is bad, holy shit. But there's two chemicals you should know, and they're called endocrine disruptors. Well, there's a million chemicals that are endocrine disruptors, but these two specifically are an example of endocrine disruptors. So there's BPA and phthalates. BPA is you might have seen it. You might have seen BPA free on plastic water bottles or something. That's a coat. Because they just put BPS and BPF on there. It's the fucking stupidest shit. BPB. There's if you look it up, all types of bisphenols, there's BPA, BPF, BPS, BPB, BP fucking Z, BP I don't even know, BPAF, BP, it's a long list of bisphenol, they can put all that shit in there and say it's BPA free if they don't put BPA, they can put BPS in there. It's bisphenol A versus bisphenol S, it's the same shit. It's just not bisphenol A, it's it has one atom that's different. It's the same shit, all plastic is bad, there's no exceptions, BPA, well, all synthetic plastic is bad. There's some natural plastics made out of trees or something. Sure, that's fine. But all synthetic plastic, which is most fucking plastic, is bad. So there's BP, but just bisphenols, whatever. Remember I said there's that fish study where they did the 7 days and the fertility? BPA. That they used BPA in the fish tanks, and their fertility was significantly decreased. And there's a bunch of other studies that show decrease in fertility with BPA. It's much lower health. Just worse health in general. Worse testosterone. Lower testosterone. Worse fertility. Worse sperm motility. less sperm quantity. Whereas BPA is in hard plastic. So any plastic that feels like when you tap on it, it's like it's hard plastic. It doesn't go like when you tap on it. It's like hard plastic. So like this hard plastic has BPA. This has BPA on it. It's not like, oh, it might, like, it has BPA on it if it's hard plastic. BPA is what makes it hard. So it's not, there's no like, oh, it might have, like, it does if it's hard. It has some bisphenol. It has BPA or some one of its cousins. So it's in hard plastic, but it's also in, like, epoxy resin or some shit. It's like the shit inside of cans. So a can... Well, cans can be made out of, like, aluminum or whatever. Cans have epoxy resin lining inside of them, so the metal doesn't corrode. So, that BPA is very high in epoxy resins, so that's BPA just leaching into your food from the can. Epoxy resin on this lining inside of the can to keep the metal from corroding, like chemicals, man. And then there's phthalates, which are in softer plastics. So phthalates are in soft plastics, so it's things like when you tap on the plastic, it's like it's like soft plastic. So the plastic in your clothing, I mean this is cotton, but if plastic is in your clothing, that's soft plastic. It's like polyester is made with phthalates. There's actually a bit of plastic bag over here. Stuff like this. This has phthalates in it. So like soft plastic. Soft plastic is gonna have phthalates. Again, phthalates is what makes the plastic soft. So it's not gonna if it's just like phthalates free, it's just gonna have some like cousin of phthalates. It has phthalates no matter, like, if it's soft plastic, it has phthalates. So soft plastic has phthalates. Hard plastic has BPA, but even BPA free plastic has like BPS or BPF. So like I said, it's not like a certain type of plastic. All synthetic plastic is bad. Simple as that. They have all kinds of chemicals in them that are lowering your testosterone, they're lowering your fertility, they're lowering your health, making you sick, making you fat. But phthalates aren't just in plastic, they're in like fragrances, like shampoo, like all like hair care and skin care, like weird products and stuff. It's got like methyl phthalate or some shit. If you see phthalate on the ingredients, don't buy it. If it's plastic, like just try and lower your I mean, dude, I learned about this 6 months ago, and I'm still not even close to perfect. So this is by far the hardest category. Like, I've decreased almost all the other stuff on this. I've done like almost all the other stuff on this, except for the plastic bit. I still have like plastic everywhere, and it's just tough. So if you can work on this. Try your best to work on this. But this is hard. I will warn you. This won't take like a week to fix. This will take many months, maybe even up to a year or more. So plastic, bad. Okay, there's all this shit I have to worry about now. Like, you just started learning about this. All of a sudden, plastic is bad. Like, you were worrying about a bunch of shit already. Now plastic is bad. Now, like, fucking, I can't eat, like, seeds and shit. Oh, like, what else is there? Yeah, there's a bunch of other shit, actually. You don't realize, dude. Like I said, there's much more than you think. There's much more shit. And I'm like halfway done. There's other chemicals in your environment that are decreasing your testosterone. Birth control hormones. If you're a woman watching this for whatever fucking reason, I don't know why you would be. That's like the weirdest shit. But stop taking birth control. Birth control. There's so much shit about birth control. I can't even like explain all the bad shit about it. Just stop taking birth control. Like, it's not helping anything. Making shit worse. But also for the guys out there that I'm actually talking to, birth control is in your tap water. If you're drinking tap water, you are literally drinking a diluted form of a birth control pill. Birth control contains like estrogen, like weird like hormones and estrogen and stuff in it. You are literally consuming a diluted version of that birth control pill in your tap water. Because when women take birth control pills, they piss some of that out, and then that goes in the sewage system, and that is not filtered. Like, birth control hormones are not filtered out in the filtration system in your tap water. And there's a lot of other things in your tap water you don't want to be eating. Like, it's not just birth control. Like, there's chlorine, there's fluoride, there's just a bunch of shit in tap water. Just stop drinking tap water. Stop using, like, just try and limit your tap water. It's like, stop drinking tap water. Like, it doesn't even taste good anyway. Like, why are you drinking tap water? Like, it doesn't even taste good. Just get... actually, it's not that simple, but try and save up for a reverse osmosis water filter. This filters out the birth control hormones in it. So, birth control is filtered out, and a bunch of other things are filtered out in reverse osmosis water filters. So, stop drinking tap water. Try and save up for a reverse osmosis water filter. There's some that are like $100. There's some that are more. There's some that are less. They're around $100. You can buy some cheap one. You can get one that you can like hold right here. But that only does like a little bit of water. I don't know. You can look it up. You can try and find a cheap one. There's a bunch of cheap like stuff out there that you can buy. Anyway, try and save up for that because that's very important. There's a bunch of shit in your tap water you don't want to be drinking. There's parabens, which are in like personal care products and makeup and fucking just like skincare and hair care shit. Like, cosmetic shit most likely has parabens in it. Check the ingredients. Does it have methylparaben? Does it have propylparaben? Does it have like anything with the word paraben? Does it have like a bunch of other chemical ingredients in it? Like, man, why are you buying this shit? Because someone told you it was like good. Parabens. By the way, all this stuff has shown to lower testosterone and fertility in many studies. So you can take my word for it. You can look it up, like the studies or something, if you're curious. But like, fucking, just trust me, man. You can look up the studies if you want, but just this stuff is not like good for you anyway. PTFE, or better known as Teflon. Teflon is in non-stick pans, so anything that is non-stick, like cookware, has Teflon, which is very bad for you. It's used as like a lubricant, as like a non-stick thing. It's on most baking sheets, and just fucking non-stick. Like, use oil, duh. Like, use fat on the pan, and it won't stick. You just have to put enough. And then all these people are worried about fat. Like, dude, wake up. No one's worried about fat anymore. You're in the past, okay? I mean, most likely if you're watching this, you're not worried about fat. Most likely you've never heard of, like, fat is bad. Like, you don't even know what fat, like what the fat, like, you just think, like, the fucking belly fat. But, just, don't trust your brain. Again, you can't trust just anything you hear online. Like, you don't even have to, don't even trust me, like, actually look up the studies, like, actually see what this shit is in, actually see, like, what's going on with this shit, but, also go to Paul Saladino's channel, yeah, he's good at that, but, he's good with diet stuff, and also plastic, he talks about plastic, like, plastic is bad, yeah, Teflon, use like cast iron or stainless steel, anything like that. Also, don't use aluminum cookware. It puts aluminum in your food, which is a heavy metal, not good for you. But yeah, don't use aluminum or like non-stick pans, fucking chemicals and just heavy metals and shit. You I mean, it's just there's so many things in our environment killing us. It's like this video should not be an hour long, yet it will be because there's just so much shit that is killing us. Like, this long list of shit that's killing us. This shit shouldn't even exist, but I have to talk about it because no one, like almost no one is talking about this. There's a few people, but no, most people aren't talking about this, and it's so important, so fucking purpose of life. Just so you can have non-stick so it's easy to like cook. It's like easier to cook. Fucking pesticides. Anything that isn't organic, most stuff that isn't organic is gonna have pesticides on it. Most stuff that isn't organic is gonna have pesticides. Promise. Anything that has an ingredient that you just can't pronounce. I mean, really, anything that has some weird ingredients on it, like ingredients that are like chemical names, just don't buy. Simply don't buy anything with like polyethylmitrate 17 beta, like fucking 17 beta mitrate, like fucking whatever the fuck, some chemical name. Does that sound like something our ancestors were like touching and using and stuff? These chemicals are destroying your health. You don't even realize. Stop using your skincare fucking shit. Just eat a good diet and you won't need skincare. Eat the right diet and you won't need like skincare for your acne or whatever. You won't have acne if you're eating the proper human diet. Humans didn't have acne fucking tens of thousands of years ago. Also, like hairstyle product, like fucking make your hair look like good. Like, do you really need it that much? Do you really need your hair to look good? There's plenty of hairstyles that look good without. I mean, my hair looks like shit right now. I can't really use that as an example, but it looked good yesterday. Luckily, good thing I couldn't record yesterday because school. A whole other topic right there. You can always come up with more shit to just fucking hate on. hairstyle fucking products and dude, chemicals, bad shit, modern fucking technology, inventions, and it's all fucking you over. It's all fucking you over. Finally, the last chapter of this is just basic lifestyle changes you can do, or just lifestyle in general. Wi-Fi and cell service. Again, this has been a debate for like, I don't know, few years. Not a few years, like, I don't know, more than 10 years. Dude, my throat is so dry. I just want to get this kind of over with. So, mind me if I fucking seem like a retard right now. But, yeah, I just want to get this information out there. Just stick with me, alright? Wi-Fi and cell service on all devices, on your computer, your phone, everything, like smartwatch or whatever. All your technology, when you're not using it, it should be on airplane mode. Or it should be hardwired. It should either be hardwired, like your computer should be hardwired, or it should be on airplane mode when you're not using it. Now this is a whole thing. You could use the limiting belief, like, oh yeah, but when I'm not gonna be able to. Shut up, dog. Stop breathing so. Hey, Sammy. Breathing so loud. Doing that last video. Anyway, if you don't have cell service or Wi-Fi on, if your phone is on airplane mode, you won't be able to receive messages right away. You won't be able to answer your calls right away. More modern shit. You've been believing this shit. More modern shit you've been believing. Oh yeah, like you need to be on your phone constantly. You need to be checking. You need to get your message right away. Like that's not natural. You don't need you're wasting too much time on your phone anyway. Don't even receive messages right away. As soon as you get your airplane mode unlocked, as soon as you go to check your phone, a new message, whoa. Oh, if you missed a call, it'd be like, oh, just call them back and be like, oh yeah, sorry, I missed your call, I was busy, and oh, cool, bye. When you're not using your devices, put on airplane mode or hardwire your computers. Use an Ethernet cable. Hardwire your computers to the internet, to the box. Sitting down for too long is a problem. Just warming the problem with sitting down is that your balls get warmed up too much when you're sitting down. So if you sit down and more, if you spread your legs out more, that's better because then you're not warming your balls as much. Sitting down, just warming your balls in general, like in a sauna or something. If you're gonna go in a sauna, that's healthy other than the balls. So if you're gonna go in a sauna, go in the sauna with an ice pack on your lap or something. Just warming your balls in general. Sitting down too long. Be at a healthy weight. Don't be overweight. Don't be fat. Don't be too underweight. Don't be too low body fat. You want to be around 15% body fat. It's pretty good. So healthy weight. Optimize your testosterone production during the nighttime. And optimizing your sleep, have great sleep and stuff. Optimizing testosterone during nighttime. Also, by the way, higher testosterone means higher fertility, higher sperm and stuff, so that's just go off of that. Optimizing your testosterone production during nighttime. Because most of this stuff just raises your testosterone, and then the higher your testosterone, well, I guess some doesn't, but the higher your testosterone, the higher your sperm, so the better your, the more your fertility anyway. So most of this stuff just raises your testosterone, and then that your higher testosterone raises the other stuff. So optimizing your testosterone production during your nighttime, because testosterone is produced when you're during the nighttime. That's how it works. Literally, testosterone is produced during the nighttime. So when you're sleeping, you want to make sure you got cotton pillowcases, cotton blankets, cotton sheets, and you're not wearing anything but maybe some cotton underwear. Make sure it's all cotton. Make sure you're only touching cotton when you're sleeping. Make sure you're not touching any plastic while you're sleeping. So I think one of the biggest things you can do, one of the the best things you can buy is cotton sheets and blankets. Cotton sheets and blankets will optimize your testosterone during the nighttime. Also, eat the 4 eggs for dinner before you go to bed. because then you'll have that cholesterol in your body to go to testosterone. It hasn't been used for other things yet. So, dude, I mean, optimize your testosterone during the nighttime. When there's sunlight, get as much sunlight as you can. Sunlight is great for testosterone. I can talk about that forever. I just want to finish this up, so mind me if I'm going fast. Get into nature more. Get more sunlight. Get into nature. Just be in nature more, because our ancestors were in nature. They were always in nature. So you should be in nature more. Nature's just good for you anyway, good for your mental health and stuff. Start taking cold showers. Hot showers, gonna warm your balls up too much. Hot baths, gonna warm your balls up too much. Cold showers are actually good for your testosterone. They raise your testosterone a lot. They regulate your dopamine. They're just good for you, okay? You can look up the research, just fucking trust me. Cold showers, definitely cold showers. They make you feel better in the morning as well. They make me feel better in the morning. I just feel great after I take a cold shower. Regulating your dopamine, regulating your mental health, being happy, not having anxiety, not being in fight or flight. The lower your cortisol, the higher your testosterone. So cortisol is the fight or flight hormone. So the higher your cortisol, the lower your testosterone. That's usually how it is. So the more relaxed you are throughout the day, the more testosterone you're gonna make. So mental health is a great one. And finally, the end of the video, this 21 questionnaire. I like this because it's like a video game. It's good for quitting video games because it's like a video game. It's like you're playing a game where you're trying to get the score down, and it's you got 10 right now and you want to get down to 3, and it's every time you lower your score by 1, every time you complete something, it's let's go, you're motivated to do it, and it's fun, it's cool. I love this thing. So 21 questionnaire, in the description. It'll be in the description. You can it's a bunch of questions, 21 questions. You can answer yes or no. You count up your yeses, and the amount of yeses you have is your score, and you try to lower your score, you try to have more no's. So it's or are you fat? Do you drink alcohol? You can look at some of the, I didn't come up with this, I learned this from a guy named Hamza, and 21 questionnaire, it's got some weird questions. It's got do you smoke? If you're watching this, obviously you don't smoke, but yeah. Bro, I'm not even joking. My camera just died exactly there. That's just so stupid. This is the next day, but yeah. Anyway, that questionnaire is in the description. I was just watching that video. I was just rewatching that and see if the end looked weird. And it was just my words were just cut off. That's just so stupid. It literally ended 30 seconds before I was done. My camera literally died 30 seconds before the video was done. Anyway, yeah, that questionnaire is in the description. I think that's a really cool resource. I'm at a score of 4 right now. I'm trying to get 3 by the end of the year. It's this mid-December. So, yeah. I think that's a really good resource. I love that. But anyway, that's the video. Long video. My voice was so dead yesterday. Man, I was so ready to be done, and then the camera died, and I was just pissed. But anyway, alright, yeah, that's it. Just be grateful for the whole video. You can watch that in an hour. Be grateful. Have fun. Have good mental health. Peace out. 4X today.